card, man. It's that game that you play, but you don't want to say that it's every day. But don't worry, cause you don't have to think. And don't worry, cause I won't suggest spring. But it's time for a change, cause if not it's the same. Your collection is lame and it's destroying your game. But don't worry, cause I got the fix. And don't worry, cause this ain't a trick. Good games cheap, that's your only choice. And good games cheap via from my voice. So sit down and plug in. Wally gonna show you how to win. So sit down and plug in, cause Wally gonna show you how to win.
Yo, what up guys, Wally here, and I'm here to bring you one of my new show ideas, Wally's World. So we all love games, right? But unfortunately, sometimes we can't always afford the newest, latest, and greatest games. But that doesn't mean that we can't ascertain great gaming experiences. That is why I've created Wally's World, my new bi-weekly show in which I showcase how to game on a budget. Gaming and budgeting is often thought to be two conflicting ideas, and seeing how the industry standard for new titles is $60 per game, it's no surprise. However, with perseverance and drive, it is possible to get memorable gaming experiences along with fruitful savings. Seeing how the current economy appears to be heading straight towards the shitter, I see no better time than now to learn how to game on a budget. Hope you guys enjoy. Well, for our first game, I decided to get as cheap as I could possibly get, free. That's right, Adam Smith, roll around your grave, because there is such thing as a free lunch, and it goes by the name of War Inc. Battlezone. War Inc. is a relatively new game, released July 18th, free-to-play, third-person shooter, and damn is that a mouthful. War Inc. was both developed and published by Warmongers Group Incorporated. Now, before you go ahead and start making any assumptions about this game, let me just say this. War Inc. is a game that is almost as fun as its title is cheesy, which means this game is pretty awesome. War Inc. is a surprisingly fun and balanced game. I say surprisingly, not because of my lack of faith in the developer, but because of my overall lack of faith in free-to-play shooters as a whole. Most free-to-play shooters are great as first. As you progress through the beginner lobbies, the sun is shining and everyone's having a good time. However, once you traverse past those beginner lobbies into the unknown, regular gameplay, things change drastically. Immediately you are bombarded by perks and weapons that are far superior to your own. Combine these deadly weapon combos with the obvious skill differential and you're as good as dead. Literally. These imbalances are the unfortunate creation of any free-to-play game's lifeblood, microtransactions. Oh, Adam Smith, how could I ever think to defy your logic? Of course free-to-play games aren't really free. There remains a hidden cost of microtransactions. Microtransactions are small payments that a player can make to unlock additional content. In most free-to-play games, this content is made more appealing to consumers by the fact that purchasing it will elevate you to an almost godlike status. Traditionally, in free-to-play shooters, it is folly to even think one could stand a chance against the micro-buffed elitists that rule over all free-to-play shooters with an iron fist. However, in War Inc., it gives us hope that equality can remain between the well-endowed and the cheap. Don't get me wrong, the purchased content most certainly still makes a difference in War Inc. In fact, when you go up against a player who has purchased his own weight in items, you will most likely die, and die again. But what is most impressive about War Inc. is that you will not always die. War Inc. still hosts the inevitable imbalances that are going to be found in almost any free-to-play shooter game. But they do a much better job of diluting these imbalances. Things like weapon drops, along with powerful starter weapons, help to give newbies, such as myself, a fighting chance, even when pitted up against the most hardened of players. On that note of purchases, the game boasts an amazing amount of customization. Everything from loadouts to skill trees can be customized to fit your own unique style of play. Players graft their own sense of identity as they continue to decide which armor and which skills best suit their strategies. Plus, on a side note, who doesn't love color coding their outfits? I mean armor. Anyways, it's here that I believe free-to-play shooters boast their biggest strength, and War Inc. boasts the most impressive shop I've seen to date. I have played the game for hours now, and I still manage to find new equipment, weapons, and skills in every single match. Some players might gripe about the fact that this title is in fact a third-person shooter. However, the controls are crisp and everything seems to work fluidly. After going through the awkward getting to know the buttons phase, I was ready to jump right into the action, feeling on par with even more experienced players. The game also hosts a number of game types, the most popular being Team Deathmatch, a game similar to Search and Destroy, and the most popular game type Conquest, a game that was eerily similar to Call of Duty's Domination. Instead of having 3 points though, they had 5. All of these game types worked perfectly on the maps, giving birth to exciting, fast-paced gameplay. In fact, my only real problem with this game was the poor spawning system. Spawns seemed to be easily manipulated, in which case teams could find themselves helplessly trapped. The developers seem to have noticed this problem, as when players spawn in, they initially do not yield experience. However, this did not stop me from killing them, and I'm sure it won't stop you either. Still, coming in at the steep price of free, I would suggest this game as a must-try. As long as you have a PC that can handle it, I'm sure you will enjoy the experience. This title can be found either on Steam or at thewarinc.com.